This meeting is being live streamed. I'm
He's
on Facebook. Yeah. Oh my God, so exciting. We're
uh, redirecting to
on.
live page. Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay. Are we on? Let's see.
it
Uh
says it says we're on my screen. This meeting is being live streamed.
hey. Are we on? See. Okay, so if I
It says
turn,
we're on
oh,
my
that's going to
screen.
be an echoey
Meeting is being
thing.
live streamed.
Hey. Are we on? See. Okay, so if I
It says
turn,
we're on
oh,
my
that's going to
screen.
be an echoey
Meeting is
thing.
being live streamed.
Hey. Are we on? See. Okay, so if I turn, oh, that's going to be an echoey thing.
Being live streamed.
Hey.
So just mute it on the window.
I turn, oh, that's going to be an echoey thing. Oh my goodness.
Got it?
I turned off Facebook, but I think we're still streaming on it because the
We
echo
are.
was insane. Okay,
We
great.
are. We're on. Hi guys.
This is my first time doing this, so I have no idea what I'm doing, just like with absolutely everything these days. So I'm like, all right, that sounds good. Another thing that I have absolutely no idea how to do. Let's do it.
You're in good company.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
I still have my I cried so much yesterday that my eyes hurt. You know,
Yeah.
that last night when I fell asleep, like my eyes were just like still stinging, you know?
Yeah, like it hurts to close them.
Yeah, it hurts to close them. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
In the
yeah,
last 2 weeks, I was like, whoa, I've cried that way a lot.
yeah,
And like yesterday, I was crying so much because, like, feeling everything is just not convenient. Like,
yeah,
after I saw the picture of him with the woman he was lying about on Instagram, I just felt so gutted that I was like trying to get home just so I could like be on all fours in my own apartment because I was first on the beach when I saw it. And then I came and I was just like sobbing all the way home. And this woman offered me a hug and
oh,
it was just like this thing of like, just keep showing up.
yeah,
Just keep showing up exactly as you are.
mhm.
And miracles happen.
So true. Yeah, it's
And then it turned out
amazing.
we'd had a man in common, which was very funny. Yes. I live in a
Oh my
small
God.
town.
Is this the dirty laundry episode?
And so I was like, wait, I know who you are.
Fuck.
So it turned out we were already friends on Facebook. And so like, yeah, it was
Wow.
such a beautiful moment. And she shared a story similar where she was just like kind of blindsided. And it really had me sit with like, okay, so how did I choose this again?
Yeah.
And how happy I was that like I chose it shorter and was able to set a boundary and like honor myself this time instead of like being like, because in my family of origin, it's like, how can I contort myself to be loved by you?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, wow, I went all the way to the bottom of that pattern in the
Mm.
last like 6 months. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I think I think I might be okay. Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, huh. And like I actually got to the point where I'm like grateful for him for holding up that mirror of where I was still not available.
Yeah. You are super speedy processor.
I am.
Like a lot of people said I'm fast. You're like lightning. Just like,
It's like the long meditation practice. Like I'm a quick metabolizer
yeah, warp speed. Yeah.
because if I'm setting a boundary, it's for me. It's like it's out of my yes. It's out of me following what I know to be true. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like no, I'm
Mhm.
really not using it to change somebody else's behavior with like, let me wait around to see if this boundary has an impact. No, I'm
Absolutely not.
following this
Mm.
boundary because it's my fuck yes, and I can feel it like it's in my
Hmm.
body, you know? So like as much as like that untethering of hearts is really hard, like that physical presence of his body.
Yeah.
Like the untangling of my nervous system from his actual body.
Yeah.
So is like viscerally painful.
Yes. Yeah,
Viscerally.
I get that. Mm-hmm.
But there's also the clarity. So it's like, okay, that ripping off of the Band-Aid it fucking hurts. Yeah. But it's also like, okay,
mm-hmm.
there was not going to be intimacy here.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Yeah.
There was not going to be intimacy here.
That is clarity, isn't it? That is the recognition of and honoring of one's desire brings that clarity. Yeah. And you just have to be in the real world just for 2 minutes and be like, oh, that's not available here. Okay. Right. So my choice is very simple. It's like, is that truly my desire? Well, of course it is. I know it is. So if it's not available here, then I have to, turn my head. Exactly. And in that sense, like in that moment, it's actually very simple. It's just a fallout, isn't it? That is like messy as fuck. So but messy.
Like letting myself be brought to my knees and just accepting that, like, okay, on my knees is where I belong right now. Mm-hmm. With all my humility, all my yearning, all my desire, all my sincerity is yesterday it was on my knees on the beach. Yeah. The ocean can take it. And so can I, Yeah. Yeah. The suffering will absolutely be my resistance will absolutely be the measure of my suffering. And like feeling in my body that difference between grief and suffering. Yes. Like that, I really am very grateful to him for that. Like the feeling, knowing the difference between a trauma response and the fuck no right now. Like, no, this is happening now. This is not the old thing that's like coming like a lead cloak. This is happening now. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah. There was a real theme to yesterday. I found myself in connection with three separate people who were all having their own version of very painful discomfort. And I really noticed the shift in myself where before I would have gone towards rescue. I would have gone towards, like let me prevent this happening to you. And actually it's like it's never that. It's you're preventing it happening for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the experience of my own like hitting the bottom over the last kind of 7 months in fits and starts informed me to such a degree that I was able to be with that, to be with those people, and something incredible happened in the absence of that desire to rescue or to pull them from it. I could really feel the expansiveness of my compassion. And it was just like blew me away. I was like, fuck, this is incredible, It's like you move that one thing out the way and you just get this beautiful gift of it's actually very deep connection.
Very deep connection.
Very deeply connected with their experience of being a human.
Yesterday for just like the way you were able from afar to just bear witness. Mm-hmm. And like that, the stability of that bearing witness just opens the whole field.
Yes.
So I could feel your permeability, and because sometimes I think that desire to go in and fix something actually clenches the experience, and prevents it from like, and the woman yesterday was like, do you want a hug? She's like, do you want me to sit with you? You don't have like, just this idea of bearing witness to each other. And, I wrote this post today of like, when you notice the healing that happens once you let go of this idea that something's broken.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's massive, isn't it?
It
So
is.
massive. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. And like how much of that is people pleasing and a desire to actually extract approval from someone rather than actually show up in compassionate action.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. There's such a, it feels very exciting to me. It feels like this whole sphere of experience that hasn't been available to me before
Mm-hmm.
because I've been doing the other thing,
It's part of
and
this job too, to like, and
yeah.
people come in, they're like, please fix me. And it's like, no, no, no. First of
Yeah,
all,
no.
first thing we need to get out of the field here is that this idea that you have something broken, because the more you carry that, the more you're going to be manipulated. Because
Yeah.
if you feel like you're broken and you feel like you need something external to fix you, you're just you're prey.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
not, you give up your sovereignty.
Yeah. I mean, it reminds me of our conversation that we had last time about the healthy masculine structure. And
Mm.
and about like sourcing that outside. It's like so compelling. It's so compelling. It's like so yummy.
It
Let me
is
just
though.
use that. And then it goes away, they go away, and it's like, oh fuck, oh shit, I missed something, like I need my own. And I'm working with several clients on that at the moment, and I'm only able to. It's only come up because I've just been through it. Of course, that's the magic of this work, isn't it?
It is. It's like, oh, I'm doing a new fuck suffering group. Oh, are you now?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Let's have a closer look at that, shall
Yeah.
we?
Really.
Fuck suffering how?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you willing to be fucked open by it right now completely? Because here it comes.
Yeah. That's like the emoji du jour. That one.
Yeah, it's
Really?
is that so? Is that so? Like there's that great Zen story about like the guy who's like, a woman comes to him and is like, this is your baby. And he's like, is that so? And but he like he's like, okay, is that so? Sure. And then they're like, yeah, I can't believe you had a baby with that lady. And he's like, is that so? And like then we're taking back this baby. It's not your baby. He's like, is that so? Like this idea that like whatever is coming in is like necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And I've somehow co-created it. Like I don't blame him. Like come the fall, I realized I was asking him to be someone he wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's
not in
also,
alignment.
it's not an alignment. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And so like I don't want to continue to hurt him by like making him feel like he is doing something wrong.
Yeah.
He's where he's at. I'm where I'm at. Like we had a great time together. When it was time to go deeper, that was not available. So it's like, I mean, did he gaslight and lie? Yes. Is that shitty behavior? Of course.
Yeah.
But someone can only gaslight you for as long as you want their approval.
Oh, I like that.
So it's like, I see what you're doing. I see you. I don't need your approval. So this isn't like this thing that you're doing isn't landing here. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
you
it
know,
just like straight
yeah,
up. Yeah.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah. But like there were so many sweet times.
Mm-mm.
Are you still cycling through your like grief stages in your breakup?
I'm feeling very good at the moment. I'm feeling
Yeah.
really
Good.
peaceful, and kind of settled into that, very much how you just described, relating that parable, the Zen parable, which is my door is open, if it fits, if it aligns.
Right.
I love that man, and
Yeah.
and I'm not waiting. And if it doesn't fit, if it never fits, what can we gonna do?
Boundaries aren't walls. They're just their skin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And in that, it actually feels so loving. And it
Yeah.
feels, firstly to myself, Just like,
Mm.
oh yeah, so deeply loving and honoring of what I need and want, and also of what he needs and wants at this time.
And who
Which,
he is.
people vibrate out of your reality. When it's not an energetic match, that's what happens, and that's what happened. It's just like, trust the universal timing. Are you going to argue with that, really?
You
That's
could,
suffering.
if you want to suffer, how much are you
Yeah,
suffer for this preference, you know?
yeah, I'm not into it. I'm not.
Hannah Taylor did a great post recently about hooks and magnets. And it really landed for me because it was like, are you trying to hold this relationship together with a hook now? Or is that magnetic resonance naturally happening?
Uh-huh.
Like, so when I was thinking of like, I'm not going to try to extract what's not being given freely.
Yes. Yeah,
If honesty is not being given freely, I'm not going to get it by begging and pleading.
absolutely not.
I'm
Mhm.
I'm going to get it by going back to where it's naturally emerging from.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah. And that
Oh.
is the hard thing, isn't it? Like, if you go very physical and very practical, it feels sometimes almost impossible to kind of lean back and relax when the nervous system is shot to pieces and your body is all like, ooh, jangling.
Yeah.
So for me, that is an almost constant piece of work to be able to manage my state well enough that I can sit back, and be
Yes.
in the back where it's strong and still and I can see everything. It's just like,
And for
okay.
me to trust that jangling of my nervous system as release in progress.
Yeah, yeah.
Like yesterday when I was on the beach, like I was just walking up and down the beach, up and down the beach, just crying. And like what I said out loud to myself was, don't clench,
Mm,
don't clench, don't clench. Because part of me just wanted to go to the rage and just be like, feel the betrayal. But it's like, is it still a betrayal if you already knew? Now,
mm.
like when you see the actual Instagram post, it is that
Yeah,
stab in the heart that you're just like, but it
yeah.
was also an affirmation of my intuition. So
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
am so with you on this.
don't clench, don't
Yeah,
clench. Whatever need, like, because it's the old family of origin stuff too. Don't clench. Let this come through, and then it's generational, which is how it ended up in my family of origin. So it's like you're working with generational stuff here. Let it
yeah.
be big. Let it be soft. Let
Mm.
it go.
Oh God, yeah,
No.
yeah. Because if you don't, like, when you don't let it be soft, it feels like violence.
Oh, it is like being stabbed in the fucking heart.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
the first thing, just like, oh,
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah. So, disgusting.
reunited and it feels so good was the caption. Reunited and it feels so good.
Oh wow,
4 days after
wow.
we broke up and his friends are texting me that he's grieving me so much and why did I leave? While while they knew he was skiing with her.
Wow.
I was like, how, okay, let me step back. How did I end up around people with so little integrity?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Uh, that's mine.
yeah. Where did I see this coming? Where did I already know this? And where did I betray myself?
Right.
But
I
coming
think
back to that self-trust is
to a
is
certain
so
extent,
gorgeous.
if I had left sooner, I would not have learned what I needed to learn.
Oh, fully, fully, yeah. I'm not saying that at all. Yeah.
No, I
And
did, but
yeah.
if you don't break up in October, you are a little bit fucked by the holidays. And it was like in October that I first started to see this pattern, but then it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas, then it's New Year's, then it's, and so by the time you hit February, you're like, oh my God, what am I doing here? I think that's why there's so many breakups right before Valentine's Day, because you've just come through that holiday thing and you probably should have broken up before Halloween, but you didn't because you just started noticing the things. And then by the time February rolls around, it's super fucking clear, you
Mm.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's been a bit of a fascination for me over this time is how much evidence do I require in
Hmm.
order to trust myself?
Hmm.
How much? And hmm, like how am I doing that? How am I setting the parameters? How am I measuring it? How it's interesting to me, and I just keep getting bounced back to this space of curiosity because
Hmm.
it feels so ripe and feels so open and really beneficial to be in a spot of I'm questioning and I'm curious and I'm open, I'm ready to receive. It's actually a state of very deep reception, curiosity.
What are you finding in that? Are you finding it depends on the person, like the dynamic that you're in, or do you have a clear personal knowing about that?
I feel as if it's accelerating now that I have rested my attention on it.
Mm.
And I think just before it was so deeply in my subconscious that I didn't really even like I couldn't even see what my patterns were.
Mm.
And now it's kind of moved from subconscious into conscious, and it feels as if, oh, okay, I get it now. It feels as if there's a recognizable pattern and recognizable measurements, because for this really simple fact that have I do hold myself in high regard,
Mhm.
and like that self-trust is really important to me. It's like if I don't trust me, who the fuck else can trust me? No one, you
How
know?
can you trust anybody if you can't
Yeah.
trust yourself to like know who you are enough to be able to really feel another person and to be available for that intimacy and to be able to feel when it's there and when it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's to me that's where compassion comes in, because I feel as if I have a very good sense of people who are almost missing that part where they just like they don't know who the fuck they are.
Right.
And it makes me feel, before I used to be a bit teenagerish and a bit like, what do you mean? Like, how can you be like that? Because for me, I feel like I've always known since I was
Yep.
little.
Yep.
But now I'm a lot softer with it and a lot more like, oh shit, like that must be really bad. You want to sort that out?
It must be really painful to
Yes.
have so much shame around parts of yourself that you're hiding them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you don't trust another to see you in your wholeness because you think that they won't love you if you show up that way.
Oh, heartbreaking compassion.
So lonely. And then I think like a lot of the numbing and stuff that he was doing was coming out of that, like not wanting to feel that. Because I showed up with all my parts and I was like, I would love to see all of you here.
Yeah.
Please bring all of you here.
Yeah.
And then the pull away, pull away, pull away more. And it's just like we that is such a human desire. Like that is where our humanity lives, in that risk to be loved for exactly who we are, fully expressed is exactly who we are.
Yeah. Was that beautiful quote that I read? I don't know who it's by actually, and it's something about our deepest desire is to be seen, and in order to have that desire met, we need to submit to the excruciating task of
Being
being known.
being known. Oh,
Yeah, it's like,
sounds like you
whoa.
actually posted that a little bit ago. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
And but like there's no trust without that. There's no intimacy without that trust, and there's no freedom without that intimacy. So
And it's,
like unless we
yeah,
do that, what is there?
yeah, it's the same as not letting someone hit bottom. It's the same thing. It's
It,
like it's only when you have hit bottom that you actually know what truth is, because there's nowhere else to go. It's like you
right.
are on the floor, you know? And from there, you can re-find your way back up and start to understand all these different parts of yourself you might have abandoned or whatever. But if someone tries to save you from going to that place, it's just like
100%.
that is
100%.
violence as well,
Yeah.
in the form of like fake kindness. It's not kindness to you, it's to save them from their discomfort of having to witness you. It's
Right.
just like, no, fuck off with that.
I think it can be helpful to support someone in titrating that,
Yes, yes,
like to what their capacity is today in this moment.
yeah,
Because I don't
yeah,
think it's helpful to like overwhelm the nervous system to the point where people shut down and then can't, and then like maybe turn away from the work for years,
agreed.
you know?
Yeah,
So like, that's the thing I think of, like, not like that difference between rescue from that bottom and supporting someone's titration.
yes, that's a really important distinction. I think you put that
And
really
I
well.
see a lot of people get confused about that. You know what I mean? Like that's a
Yes,
really subtle spot.
yes, it is, it
It's
is.
a really subtle spot.
Yeah, 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 that's really interesting. The I feel so informed by how I feel when it comes to things like this,
Uh,
that I don't know how people do it if they don't have access to that, if they don't have access to how they feel, or to that, is it called compersion, you know, when like you feel felt.
oh,
Is it,
compersion is like more detail. It's like that's like compersion is when you're happy for someone else's pleasure and someone else's joy.
okay, can it be the other way too, like when you feel pain for their pain, or no?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's just empathy, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I feel like it's a very basic set of skills to be able to be attuned enough to your own feeling sense that, you know, especially if you're a teacher or a leader, then you need to be able to do that so that you can make good judgment in terms of
right.
the people who are coming into your spaces
Yes.
on how you can
And
support
so that you
them.
can receive them fully.
Yeah, receive them fully and how you can support them without taking away anything that is essential actually to their becoming. But
Totally.
yeah, it's big. It's really
It
big.
is. Yeah. Yeah. And like coming in with love and not focusing on the work and not focusing on like the inevitable like fogging or pedestalization or demonization, and just being like, okay, well, that is part of this process.
Yep,
And like, I'm not taking that personally. You're welcome to say whatever you need to say. You're welcome to hate me. You're welcome to love me. You're welcome to,
totally.
I'm here to support your process. And that is going to be part of your process. And part of my job is to just be like, that's fine.
Yeah,
Whatever it
yeah.
is that's coming up for you is fun. We're going to meet that together.
Hmm. Yeah, it feels like a part of this is the agreement to be the mirror and
Mm-hmm.
to actually to be able to keep oneself polished and
Mm-hmm.
clear.
Oh my God.
So, you know, like look after my own process so that I don't get overly like problematic buildup of residue that's going to
Right.
get in the way and stop me seeing shit, or, you know, or trigger
Exactly.
me or whatever. So there's that, and then to communicate that well enough to people who come in. It's like I lay it out in my coaching agreements. It's like, okay, so here are some stages of what will likely happen for you. You know, it's
Right.
like I think there are 5 different stages, and
Right.
it's just really useful to see it in black and white in language, and
I
like,
say,
oh,
you
okay.
will want to leave in month 3.
Yeah,
Please do
yeah,
not leave in month 3.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
this is why I'm telling you now, you are going to want to leave in month 3, because that is when we're going to hit some real stuff.
yeah.
And
You're gonna kick off, and
you're
I'm
going to,
gonna
and
hold you, and you
you're going
won't
to want
like
to, exactly. Exactly. In my first container, I still had like 4 people leave in month 3. And I was like,
it.
I put it in. I was
I
like, look,
told you.
put it there. I'm not going to push it. Like, if you don't want to honor the contract, that's on you. But like, that's what I put it there to be clear that this is part of this process.
Yeah, yeah. And I
You're
feel
like
like it's
right at the
only,
gold. You're at the gold. Like you've done the
yeah,
deep free dive, like the pearl is right there. If you go up now, just
you've done all that for nothing.
yeah, then you're just like going to run away from it again and resist it again. And then you're going to calcify that resistance on top of it. And it's going to be twice as hard the next time you want to go down.
Mm-mm.
You're going to think, oh no, that's a scary place. I run away from that place. That place is bad. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that place is where the treasure is.
Oh man, yeah, it's painful to watch, isn't it? It's
It's,
just so
I think it's
painful to
actually the
watch.
hardest part of this job
Yeah,
is to release any kind of attachment to outcome and let people go when they don't want to do it.
yeah,
Even like, ugh. And it is almost always when it's like so close.
yeah. You're right there. You're right there. Yeah. I wonder what that is. I wonder. I would love to kind of get to the nub of that. Like, what is the thing?
Tone of it. Like it's that it's like that tone or frequency of like something that's like when the opera singer sings and the glass is right about to crack, and
Yeah,
like, and the whole glass is like, like the
yeah,
molecules are no longer really like holding together in a solid way. And like, it's about to open and it's like, no, stop.
yeah.
I think it's a totally natural response, but like, you can't hold people through that if they won't let you.
No. What? Yeah. What I mean is like, what is the difference? Like, what makes the difference? What makes people like you and I go there and be like, yeah, okay, all right, I know, and I'm going to do it. And other people resist. Do you think it is as kind of foundational as the health of your nervous system? Could it be?
Mm, that's a really good question.
Yeah. I
What
feel
is
like
it?
if I knew that, like I would have a secret, you know? It's
I
like
think
what is
like
that?
for me, there was so much hiding and running and numbing right into alcoholism. And I was so bottom. I was so completely at the bottom that it became really simple again of like, do I want to live or do I want to die? Because
Mm-hmm.
like, that's where I'm at right now. Live
Mm-hmm.
or die. Either one is just going to take a little bit of commitment. Like, I was like, I want to live.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live. And like, I didn't want to live a half life. I was like, I want to live and I want to be fully alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that that is painful as fuck.
Yeah.
That's painful as fuck. Like you don't get the joy without the pain. And the
Yeah.
more you resist the pain, the less joy, you know?
Yeah.
Like
You,
winter is necessary, you
yeah.
know? It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You can't selectively numb. It's not
No,
possible.
it's not
Mm,
possible.
no.
No,
Mm.
no, you can't cherry pick states of being.
No, no. And I mean, that comes back down to desire. That comes back down to are you truly in approval of your desire to have a big experience? Because if you are, that will make you go there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not actually really in approval of the desire for big experiences or high contrast or whatever you want to call it, then you won't go there. You'll back off every time.
Right. Like I've had a couple clients who had bipolar,
Yes.
and working with them on grounding and embodiment to to be like, okay, your treatment for that is over here. That's not what I do. We're here to
Mhm.
talk about how like these surges of energy that you're experiencing and how to
Yeah.
ground in your body
Yeah.
while you're having this experience so that you don't need to be afraid of it and you
Yeah.
don't need to let it take you out of your body or take you out of of your life. Like, how
Yeah.
can we bring you fully back into your body so that you can feel permeated by all this energy without feeling like it's a bad thing,
Mm.
or feeling like it's an excessively good thing, but being with the sensation as neutral.
Yeah, rather than
Just,
overwhelming. Mm.
exactly, exactly,
Mm.
exactly. And so and I think like they in some ways had a head start on being like, okay, I know what it's like to have a very wide range of energetic experiences,
Yeah.
and shifting that away from like that's pathological to that's also a gift
Yeah.
was great in groups, because like other people got to see their experience of how to navigate surges basically.
It's like the ultimate reframe, isn't it? It's just incredible.
I mean, I think like seasonal affective disorder, it's called winter. Yeah, you
Yeah.
fucking go inside and think your thoughts, and some of them are going to be dark. Like, it's literally dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Adjust.
surrender
Yeah.
surrender to it. Like
Yeah.
it's part of a process, you know. Oh my god.
Oh, the adjustment, the adjustment. I realized yesterday I am so much more graceful at taking adjustment, at being readjusted now than I ever have been in my life. And kind of weird and kind of really not that I was told that I'm working with grace at the beginning of last year. And I was like, really? What? What's that even mean? Um,
What does that mean to you?
it it's just been appearing in all these different forms. So
Mhm.
there have been these moments when I have so clearly been shown the the separation between those two paths of you can go down there and resist, or you can go over here and you can go soft. And it's just like wow. And I just feel like I've never seen it that clearly before. And opening myself up to that energy of grace is what has allowed me to experience it in a way that I never could have before.
Is
And
that
what
just is
go
that
on.
embodiment for you? Because I think a lot of people want to say that like that's mindfulness, and I actually think that's an incredibly slippery slope.
Yeah, me too.
To me, that
Yeah.
is really embodiment, and there's no substitute for embodiment.
No, it's literally about softening my body.
Absolutely.
Um, and my I was on a call I was on a call this week with some other really skilled coaches, all women, that we have this monthly call.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
oh, yeah, it's so good. Yeah. Yeah, you should come. It's called the Queen's Assembly.
Oh,
And I just decided like, yeah, it's like it's time, we need to be
I
together.
think peer support is so important too, to like when things come up, and
So
like, you know, because it's a lot to take in, you know. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I
like I
didn't mean
said
to.
at the beginning about being witnessed, that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Um, and they, a couple of them remarked on the call about how soft I appeared and one of them said, "Oh, I think you're relaxed." And I really laughed. I really, really laughed because I was like, "Oh my God, I wondered
Oh,
what this feeling was." It's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's being relaxed. Yeah, it's so good. And it sort of before the call I was thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't go on the call this week. Maybe I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of like I couldn't recognize my own experience. Like I couldn't recognize it enough to understand it. A bit like in the dark, you think you see a man on the chair in your bedroom, but it's clothes. it
Right.
was like that. It was like, what's happening here? And I feel kind of soft, and it feels, and then the more I sat with it, the more I was like, this feels really good. I feel really like, yum, like so nice in my body. And and then to get on the call and show up in that way, it was palpable to the other
Mhm.
people, which of course it always is. So yeah, that's definitely like a part of grace for me, is this kind of softness of body, and just like, exhale, feels really good.
Feel that in you. And it's so interesting because I think we value pushing and forcing so much. We're taught to value pushing and forcing because it's based on our economic model, not our well-being.
Yeah, and
You
like
know,
masculine penetration, surely.
well, but it's like the immature masculine that's just like
Yeah.
kind of jam it
Oh,
into
push,
whatever.
push. Yeah.
Exactly. Push, 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 push. Right. Without ever receiving that feminine replenishment.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the rebalance is, it, to me, is a physical, um like, happening, and sensation that is individual to everyone. That the recognition of that, of the real deep feminine sense of leaning back to receive, is, yeah, like, it's so interesting, and so just like, yeah, just love it, yeah,
It's like
so
it's
good.
recalibrating to essence, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 completely. No, it feels so good. Feels so good. And I find it hilarious that it just took me so long to recognize on Monday. I'm just like, what is this? Like, what is this sorcery? Oh,
So, delicious.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's good. Really good.
It's making me think of when I lived in LA, I danced flamenco for a lot of years.
Hmm.
And that in flamenco dancing, there's like this beautiful separation in the body of like the feet that are like driving down like roots and roots and roots. And the arms are always like in this like sort of like thickness and exploration, but with fluidity.
Yeah.
And like what you're describing is kind of reminding me of that, like that
Yeah. Yeah.
so present and open, and also like the yeah, the form is always changing, like the form is just in constant flux, but like with a certain
It's,
through line
yeah.
to it. Oh,
It's
so good.
it's definitely so, it bears so much resemblance to dance for me.
Yes.
Like in reggae dance hall, you isolate the waist. So
Oh, I never.
yeah, so you isolate the waist, and you only move the hips and pelvis.
Oh, nice. No, I like
Oh yeah, it's
that.
so good. So it's almost as if you just describe it in a different way, a different style. You have got like two parts of your body operating separately to each other. You've just got this flow, and then you've got the stability of your
Yep.
thighs and your legs, and
I mean,
like
that's
you're
like what our
holding.
bodies want to do in a way, right? Like to
Yeah,
have that grounding and that exploration. And like in relationship, don't we want like that stability and desire, like that
yeah,
exploration and security? Like that's
yeah.
just in us. It's like the seed in us,
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I feel like it is just pure nature,
It,
the
it's
pure nature.
essence. Yeah, it
Mm.
totally feels like essence. And there's so much freedom in like surrendering to that. Well, like I'm gonna look at my arugula.
Is that,
So I
do
planted.
we call in England, do we call that Swede? Does it make like a big round thing?
No, no, it's also rocket. It's known as
Oh,
rock.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like
Yes, it's
rocket.
kind of bitter. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
I love it. And like when you get
yeah.
it in the supermarket, it always is like on the verge of turning. So I was like, okay,
A
I
little
have to grab.
bit wilted. Oh,
Yeah,
I
and like
love it.
sticky thing, like that, like muddy, like that specific salad in a box about to turn
Gross.
thing. Not want to eat
Yeah,
salad. So yeah, I planted these at the new moon, like just when this breakup started unfurling 2 weeks ago. And I was like, well, fuck yeah. And like just how much this is completely arugula. Like it tastes like arugula, it looks like
Yeah.
a, it smells like arugula, it's arugula. And it's
Wow.
not anymore. And like as I was planting those seeds, I was like, okay, this is probably by the time these sprout, like I will have surrendered just like they have. Like, okay, so that's they're like gonna be my familiar, you know? Like,
Wow.
can I not be a seed anymore? Can
Yeah.
I just come out and like let the cotyledon show up? And even in the cotyledon, which looks like the same in so many plants, before that true set of leaves is revealed, it is still already itself.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, just don't lose sight of that. Don't lose sight of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shedding
That's gorgeous.
reveals the essence, you know, it's like, okay, the essence is all has always been there. The
Mm-mm.
essence was there wherever, you know, it came from in its little seed packet.
Yeah. I love it. I love
That's
that way
delicious.
of explaining it. And I feel like the more I sit with the wrongness of remaining in relationship that actually is not supporting the thriving of both
Absolutely.
fully, the more I sit with that, the more that makes sense. Like
Right?
that makes so much sense. It's just like, well, yeah, of course, because you can't restrict, like you can't stop the growth or it will die. So you have to make enough room, you have to create the right conditions so it can grow and so it can be the full expression of itself, of like who it came here to be, who I came here to be, or who he came here to be. It's just like, oh wow, the freedom in that.
Yes. And like this is like this is what arugula sprouts look like when they're thriving.
Yes.
If I had not given it enough water or not enough light.
Hmm.
So I think sometimes people want to be who they are in a way that's not fully expressed and not fully like expressive of their essence. And I think that's the harder thing to be with. Like when you can see someone's essence, you know, you can almost taste the
Yeah.
arugula, but like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
look away from the arugula, take the grow light. I don't want you to see, like, I'm still a seed. I'm going to be a seed. There's
Oh
not going to
my
be
God. Yeah.
here.
That.
You won't be nourished by nothing here. There's just a seed packet. Now step off. And like honoring that too. And you're like, oh, damn. But your arugula could be delicious. It could be
Yeah.
so delicious.
I
But you
know.
don't want it. Okay, that's fine.
I know. I
Maybe
know.
down the line you want to open that seed packet. Like, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And it's the same honoring of someone else's experience as the clients who come in and they only want to go halfway and then they're like, no, I don't want to go any further. So
Right.
okay, okay. It's
I
not,
mean, this is why I love teaching boundaries, because like you can come in just wanting to learn boundaries, but boundaries opens up
God,
and
yeah. Yeah.
oh, let's just, yeah, we'll teach you how to say no. And then you're like, whoa, okay, whoa, no, this is actually a whole exploration of sovereignty, like
Yeah.
trust and self-compassion and not getting on the drama triangle. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's such a deceptively simple topic. And
So true.
somatic alchemy, you know, like where does that trust come from? How does that trust feel in my body? How do I feel a trauma response in my body? How do I feel that fuck yes? How do I feel that fuck no? What is my experience of like of emerging from my ecosystem?
Mm.
Not just the dyad of the relationship, but the whole ecosystem. How am I
I
part of
think
the weather? I can wind with my hands. Oh my God, I'm so powerful. Can I be responsible for that? You know?
it's so similar. It's so the thread that runs through our work is so similar. I feel like I want to bring you on as like guest teacher for one of my modules because
That's what I love.
you're
Yeah.
basically talking about part of the spiral process, that runs all the way through reverence, which is the
Oh,
6 week program that I do, and it is just like it is this Pandora's box, you know. This is the beginning, and you
Yeah.
make your agreement to the beginning, but then you're like, you're in it. And then you know you're going to make a conscious choice if you don't want to like embody this and follow the thread or
Because
follow
then
the call.
once you know, you can't really unknow,
No,
you know.
that's it. That's
Then,
it.
then that's when you start to see a lot of numbing behaviors and things because you're like, ah, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I don't want to be
completely.
responsible for this knowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are going to be different if I am.
Yeah. Or, not wanting to be responsible for your desire. I see that so much. It's just
Yeah.
like, well, okay.
And then it's so easy to complain about like then like I think blame and resentment kick in because you're like, oh, it's because of the world.
Yeah.
You know, it's society, it's everybody else, it's social media's fault that I can't pay attention to anything anymore.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, is that so? Yes, you're using a tool that you know is manipulating you in this way, so can you have the sovereignty to be responsible for how you work with the tool?
Yeah.
Like, it's that it comes back to the victim consciousness thing too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a like mammoth piece of work.
Yeah.
And this is something that I touched on this morning. I can't remember where I was writing, but it was about just using life as your yoga. That is my epiphany. That is my like aha moment that I want to cultivate, that I want to contribute and bring to people who are drawn to coming into me, is I want you to leave with that knowing that every single thing that happens after this moment can be your yoga, and you can just carry on this trip of, there's nothing else to learn, and there is nowhere else to be other than right here. But once you have learned how to learn and learn how to unlearn, it's like that's all there is, you know? Like everything is here for your delectation.
I love that word. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. And it's really like how your decision, how delectable it is.
Mm,
Like my Katie Rubin, a friend of mine, she does this thing every Wednesday. She does this live called, she calls Katie Church. And she was talking about grief last night and how grief work is like the heart of the work, because once you can touch that and allow grief to open you completely, it does become almost delectable. Like you feel the beauty in that release, and that like love and grief are equal.
yeah,
Like the deeper that you're able to go in grief, like the deeper you're able to go in love.
yeah.
And then there is just so much beauty in that slender sadness, even when it's a fat sadness, like,
Mm,
but you kind of have to clear the blame and resentment from the field to feel that full opening. That
yeah,
was that was the dance yesterday for me. Like,
yeah,
I felt like ooh,
yeah.
like it was like blame creeping into my shoulders, like ooh, like okay,
It's good some days.
don't
Like
clench.
some days it just takes you out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh,
Some days it
yeah.
does just take you out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not interested in
yeah.
being a big fucking
And
person today. I'm interested in being a petty little asshole, mainly interested in Schadenfreude. I know it. I see it. I want it right now. Please.
I own this.
And then like again, like I think that's another thing. Like if you own it, it does go away. You're like, oh, that's not even satisfying. It's really not. Like
I
I
mean, you
don't
experience it for sure.
right, right, right.
Yeah, but I had a very um like what is the word? A very potent kind of sentence come to me yesterday that rang really true, which was about the blame and the resentment, and it was about trying. and I've done this a lot in my life, trying to make someone else hold responsibility that they don't want to hold, it will always feel like blame and resentment to them. Always.
And
Always.
control. Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, fuck. Okay. Like that, I can't do that. Like, I can't give them responsibility. I can't give it to anyone.
It's not theirs. Like, we're only responsible for what we're willing to be responsible for. It's like,
Exactly. Exactly. And then it goes back to alignment. It goes back to, is this an energetic match?
and
And
that's the
you've got to be
magnets,
honest about that, you know?
magnets and hooks, right? Like, if I have to hook this
Yeah.
to, to keep it,
Yeah.
because resonance is not freely available,
And
and
it's not
honestly,
yours.
like that's not yours.
Mm,
And
mm.
and like this thing of like trusting yourself to be absolutely authentic, so you know what belongs with you and what does not. And that
Oh,
includes,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that includes loving my body and being in my body so I can feel that resonance and I can feel that hook.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
I can feel the difference with like what is this connection? What's holding this connection together?
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah.
trust that magnetism, like that resonance, because like maybe it goes away and maybe it does, like, and I think it's helpful to have certain promises in place for when one or the other person doesn't feel that anymore, and just to see if it comes back,
Mm.
but to be conscious that that's okay. Okay, we're out of resonance now, and we need these words, these hooks, these promises to keep us together in this moment, but let's do this while both being aware that that's what we're doing,
Yes.
you know
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah. Yeah, I really felt that. I really felt that. That if you have to hook it, it's not yours. And that there's a lot in there, there's a lot. There's so much tied up in that. And it's like,
so
oh,
there's so many social covenants tied up in that,
yeah,
where like
yeah,
of course you're going to use hooks. How else would you stay together?
yeah, 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 yeah. I really love cleaning up language. It's one of my things because I love writing, and I will often do it with clients, but I do it for myself. I do it in responses, written responses, and just be on an investigative hunt for the hooks and for the places where I'm trying to get a response, or I'm trying to palm something off on someone that doesn't belong to them. And just it feels actually really nourishing for me to clarify that way, to write a great big piece and then be like, okay, so let's take that out because that's reactivity, let's take that out because that's a hook, and just come back. Like, I think one of the reasons it's so satisfying is because the finished piece is so pure. It's so like, wow, this is my energy. And it always goes back to love, like always, like under everything, after everything, that is all that's left.
Right.
And if that's not all, then it's not done, you know?
Like love, like that other nuanced space between love and external validation,
Yeah.
like I'm going to give you my love in exchange for your external validation, instead of just like abiding in love
Yeah, the
as a,
pure
as
expression, the pure expression of this is who I am, and
right.
this is what I want to express, and it matters not how it is received, even if it is received, because
Right.
this is about me and who I am and who I've agreed to show up as. It's got nothing to do with you, really. You're just the object of,
I think love and eros, which are like so close together, both like one of the gifts of middle age is like untethering eros from an object.
Mm,
Like, I don't need to be an object of eros, and I don't need an object of eros. I need to abide in eros.
yes,
It's
really.
all
But
that
that's the only thing that cleans it up, isn't it? That's the only thing that makes it not objectifying. That's the only thing that makes it clean when it is directed towards
right,
somebody, you
right.
know?
That's the thing
If
that keeps it out of suffering. In Buddhist terms, it's what strips it of clinging and aversion.
yes, yes, yeah,
You know, and to tap into that difference between desire and preferences.
yeah.
Like the clinging and aversion is all preferences. Desire is how you emerge from the 10,000 things. That's that
Mm-hmm.
life force running up your midline. That's like the fuck yes, fuck no, next correct action, next compassionate action is
Mm-hmm.
right there, clear as day.
Mm.
But what am I willing to know? And how am
Yes,
I willing to suffer for my preferences?
yeah.
Oof. But I wanna, Jemima, I wanna
Yeah.
go kayaking with the tall, handsome man. Oh,
Fuck.
oh, why can't I do that and honor my heart?
I
Oh,
know, yeah, god damn. Mm.
yeah. I want to have an undefeated record of the New York Times Sunday puzzle in bed over sex and pancakes. Ob-
100%.
Obviously.
Obviously. Yeah. What are Sundays for, you
I
know?
know, I want to pick out what we're making from dinner from the food section and go to the farmer's market. You know, that was so beautiful.
That could still make me cry.
Oh, good. I know. That part was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
But it's really yeah, that foundation of real intimacy. And yeah, you get to that 6 month mark, that starts to become clear whether that's going to be available or not.
Mm. Yeah. And honoring the story. Like you gotta honor
Yeah.
the story and make space for it. You know, it's all theater, but it
It's,
needs to be,
it's all a parade of
needs to
mental
be
objects.
honored. But it
Yeah.
needs to be honored, you know, because that's what we're
Absolutely.
doing here. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the paradox.
It is honored without clinging,
Yeah.
like honored with a real softness, with a
Mm.
real spaciousness.
Yeah.
Like
That was
I don't need to take away the beauty and the love to be able to honor my boundary. My no is not a no. My no is
mm,
a my no is actually my boundary isn't a no. It's a yes. I'm going to be where I can be like this, not like no.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, not hysterical. Yeah.
Yeah. Although there was rage there for sure.
Oh yeah,
But
but
even
that's different.
the rage was like
Yeah, that's
that was
very
wide
different.
open too. Yeah. Sometimes you have to
Yeah,
clear the field,
yeah, you
and rage
do.
will do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
uh,
Holy fire.
yeah, it is holy fire. Well, I'm so glad we did this today. I
Yeah,
wanted to
me
talk about
too.
I want to hear about your experience with pocket coaching, but we can talk about that another time because I'm like now I'm offering this too now, and I'm fascinated by it because it's like a kind of an economical, flexible option. Like you don't have the time zone thing for people it's in whatever time zone you're in as needed. I was like, that is such a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
Like,
and people who are otherwise occupied, you
yeah,
know, you don't necessarily always want to make time to sit down and do a Zoom call,
right.
but everyone's always got their phones on them,
And in
and
that moment of support, like that, like there might be a particular moment where you need support, and like you might have even figured it out by the time you would get on a call, but like having that available support in any given moment, I think is really interesting. And
yeah.
it's full of possibilities. I thank you for like introducing. I was like, really? I was like, that's so interesting.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I think I mean, I know it's really effective. I've had
Yeah.
people come back for more, more than one go around because it's just such a lovely and precious thing to be able to have that space of reflection. And the voice notes, I love voice notes. you know, to
Mm.
actually commit to putting the energy into words and to
Yeah.
being witnessed by someone else. And that's often the way. It's like sometimes I feel like I just don't do anything, you know. It's like
I mean,
I'm
that
just
felt
there to
your voice notes.
listen.
So your voice notes had like a lovely intimate, it was really nice to hear your voice
Mm, they're
when
really
I was like
powerful.
through it, you know? Yeah. Yeah. It is really nice. I have a friend, Lisa, that sends me voice notes too. And I'm like, oh, I kind of like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's really useful and just it's actually very intimate.
It is. Well, it's kind of how I feel about podcasting too. It's like, there is something about just like the voice and the ear. I don't know, like
Yeah,
there's something sweet about it, like that it is an act of listening with the other senses not as involved. Like I don't know, I love it. Yeah.
yeah, I do. I do too.
It's
Yeah.
good. We should do this again. This was really fun.
Yeah, let's. Let's.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Oh yeah.
brilliant.
And it's nice to be able to have the exchange too, because I love doing lives, but it's nice to be able to have the exchange because we're similar but still have different approaches to like basically the same ideas. I mean, aren't they all though? You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do a regular thing.
Yeah, we could
Let's
do
do a
Thursdays.
monthly conversation.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, yeah, we could do a monthly conversation Thursday at
Yeah,
10. All right.
cool. All
Oh,
right. Lovely
let's
to
see
see
if it
you,
even
my
went on
dear.
Facebook. I don't even know if they...
No, probably see my name and be like, no.
I think that's so funny that you got banned for your boobs.
Oh my
Oh,
God, seriously. And they were in such heavy shadow as well. It's this black and white arty shot
did
with
somebody
like,
report it or is it like a computer
no, it's just bots. It's just
just
bots.
bots being like, I think I see a nipple?
Yeah. But it gave me opportunity to write a very eloquent defense to some board that is actually separate to Facebook. It's like some individuated, uh,
Oh,
independent body. I don't know who the fuck it is, but anyway,
did you
I
send it
wrote my
directly to
piece
the
while I was
organization?
raging,
Right.
and then I was like, oh, okay, now what? I'm mid-launch, and I was just like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Like what do I need to do that I haven't seen yet? And this is
Well,
what I need,
sometimes
that
it's just
grace.
like leaving the
Yeah,
space and the grace, the space and the
yeah,
grace. Yeah.
space and
Yeah.
grace. Yeah, it's just like,
Give it
wow,
space and
okay.
grace, see what happens, you know.
Pivot again.
Always, always. Oh, all right. Well, it was great. Thank you so much for yesterday too. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure completely.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye, love.